nothing is sharing is caring. So by sharing this cooking show this morning, I know you're going to help another person to ease the kitchen chores. Okay, so life before Thermomix. So I am a mother of two. I do freelance work most of the time. I'm doing real estate and baking. And now I have become a Thermomix. And I'm very proud to say that the reason why I'm getting into this, get my Thermomix, because I have a lot of challenges in the kitchen, especially when it comes to washing and time management. My two boys is active, so I have to send them for football, for rugby. And on the way back, I will not eat anywhere else. I will just try to cook them a meal all the time. So I am actually cooking good meal for them, because when you're in sports, you must eat good food. Okay. It's also that, as I say, a lot of washing, a lot of appliances. So with Thermomix just on the top of the counter, I can just come home, go into the kitchen, and then just look at, what I have to cook today. Okay. And then also, of course, that we are actually taking care of our health, so we don't want to eat too much sugar. Therefore, cooking with Thermomix, we use less oil, okay, low GI rice, and also we are cooking at the right temperature that we not overcook our food. Okay, so people with allergies, lactose problem, seafood problem, go for it. Thermomix is for you. And do you have the same experience? Okay, so as you can see also that we also have habit to tapao, to take away food. So do you know that we are actually producing a lot of packaging in the trash, and also that eating out, we all know that eating out is not the best, even though it's fast, but it's not the best, right? So now let's move on. Okay, so as I mentioned, my passion, okay, I actually so actually cooking at home, actually you are actually cultivating everyone to eat together, and also you will spend less time in the kitchen cleaning up, and then you will actually start healthy cooking. Okay, so you can also be more creative in the kitchen. Okay, what I mean by spend less time in the kitchen is actually cleaning up. Okay, so cooking with Thermomix, you will be stop stirring, you'll be stop cleaning your wall with all the splattered oil, and then and everyone can use Thermomix. My son used Thermomix, my husband used Thermomix, my mom, 80 years old mom, used Thermomix. So I mean, who else cannot use Thermomix, right? Now we're gonna move on to my partner today, Jeanette. She's gonna show you something interesting later. But before that, let me start my cooking first. I forgot a bit. Okay, today I am going to show you a sausage rolls, which is everyone's favorite, and also bubur asyura. So we're gonna be like moving to Janet, which is my partner for today cooking show. She's gonna do something and I'm gonna do something. So I am gonna start the cooking today, okay, without further ado. So I am gonna do this. So if you want the recipe, please direct message me, and please get your Thermomix so you can do this easy peasy, okay? So first of all, I have pre-measured all my ingredients so that it will be easy for us. So I am going to show you what I need today. I need some butter, sugar, yeast, salt, eggs, water, milk, flour. Okay, it's a high protein flour for bread, and some processed sausage. If you can get a good sausage, go ahead. Now I'm going to start cooking. So I'm just going to place the yeast, the egg, the milk, the water into the mixing bowl. So yeast, the milk. Okay. The egg, I'm just gonna crack the egg. Oop, I managed to crack the egg so fast on the counter. Anyway, I got another one. I'm gonna crack this egg now. It's so fast. Okay, egg in. And I also need to add the water in. Okay, do I need to add sugar? No, I'm just going to just test this. So I am going to need, so I got a piece of paper to guide me here. So we are actually doing manual cooking. You just need 37 degrees to actually activate your yeast and the speed of 1 to mix them. So I have 2 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna do a bit of cleanup here. Right. So I'm going to prepare something because at the end of the, we're going to need this. I'm just going to prepare it now. Okay. While waiting for it. Now let me continue with the slide. Yeah, so Thermomix have been around for many, many years. As you can see, it started by Vervex in 1883. As you can see here in the slide, we are starting from a blender. If you watch our video earlier on, you start from a blender and then you put heating element in it. And then look at today, we have our Thermomix with the touch screen and with the Wi-Fi, right? So Thermomix have been around in the market for 60 years. So, and it is the original, it is the first one in the market, the first one in the world, this machine, this Thermomix is the first one in the world. And guess what? Every 23 seconds, one Thermomix is sold around the world. So as you can see, you will be one of that person in that 23 seconds when you purchase your Thermomix. So it's a very, very easy to get, very affordable. Okay, let's continue cooking. I am just going to add up more ingredient. I'm going to add some flour. So you can make your sausage roll for your kids to go to school as a lunch box. You can do ahead of time. We got 80 grams of sugar. So do you know there's a weighing scale in the Thermomix that you can actually just weigh them? Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate for you. Just put, so it's 80. Okay, and then I'm going to put the salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. So if you're lazy to take up even your spoon, you can just weigh your salt directly here. Okay, so 5 grams. And we're going to add on the 80 grams of butter. Just make sure the butter is. So look at this. It's so easy because I don't really have to do so many things. If you have your butter, you can just directly put your butter in. And then now we're going to knead this for 4 minutes. So you go to your knead. So this is mode. You go to your dough over here. Okay, and then you just put the timing. I'm gonna knead this for 4 minutes. Okay. How easy is that? I'm just going to clear things up around here. Meanwhile, I crack the egg and I just put a bit of oil, a bit of milk for egg wash. Okay, let's continue with the slide. Okay. Let me know if you cannot hear me. Please notify me. Okay, let's continue. So you can actually own a Thermomix, 9 ringgit a day for 24 months installment, and it's 0% interest. Okay, so Thermomix is actually smart at heart. It keeps getting better on its own because it will do some update because it's connected to the internet, so it will do update all the time. So instead of buying a new phone, a new gadgets, you just get the updates from the from Bovex. Okay, let's move on. So this, let me show you the parts of the Thermomix. Okay? So first of all, we're going to do like from head to toe. Okay, so we have the cover. Okay. Get my slide on. So we got the cover and the varoma. We call it the varoma. The varoma have a tray, that's why you can do your layer cooking. And this is a varoma which have capacity of 3.3 liter. Okay, so you can put actually a 1.3 kilo chicken and steam it here. So you can steam your vegetable here. You can put your chicken here. You can put your salmon here, or maybe another chicken, another meat. Okay. We also have a splash guard whenever you are using your Thermomix to avoid oil splattered or water splattered, liquid splattered. You can use your splash guard. Okay, some recipe may require this as well. Okay, and then we have our butterfly. So butterfly is our whisk. Actually, it has 4, so it's only reach 4. The speed 4, and it's actually help you to do your nasi goreng, your tofu, your kaya. You can make with your butterfly. So inside the machine, inside the Thermomix, we have our mixing knife. So the mixing knife, we have the blunt side of the knife and also the sharp side of the knife. So if you are going to chop, you're going to use a sharp one. If you don't want to chop, you can use the blunt one, which is, or when you do your stir fry, you cook your fish, or you stirring something you don't want to chop. Okay. And now we have the lids. First, we have the measuring cup. So this one have 50 and 100. Okay, so look, you don't even have to use a glass to measure your liquid. You can actually just use your measuring cup. So this also works as a cover in the lid so that the liquid or oil will not splatter. And then we have the cover, which is the lid, we call it the lid, and then the mixing bowl. And this is our automatic. Okay, we have the automatic lock system here, the sensor just behind, and we have the whole white thing here, and also the heart of the Thermomix, which is the screen. It's a touch screen, therefore you can actually touch them and slide them, and you don't have to press, you just have to touch. So your work is actually a touch away. Right now the bread is ready, but before we continue the bread, just to let you know what is the speed of the Thermo TM6 motor. It's very powerful, it's frictionless, and it creates no heat. So the speed is actually the speed of the Thermomix is 40 rotation per minute and up to 10,700 rotation per minute. So rotation per minute means how many times it turns. So that is really, 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 really fast and powerful. It's high quality food graded material that we use here. So this is BPF free. It's actually a compliance with the European It's FDA, so it's actually dishwashing friendly. Now, on top of that, we also have this is a peeler and the blade cover. So whenever you want to protect your blade, you need to use your blade cover. You just insert this and put your foot on top or bone. If you want to make soup or vegetables or sous vide, you can use this, right? And then don't forget our spatula. And I also forget to show you something that's very interesting, which is, hello, Tung Tung. All right, welcome. And this is also the simmering basket that we will use later in my second dish. Okay, and we do have our spatula. It's a very hard spatula. Okay, it's very solid. And then you can actually hook your simmering basket when you have your hot food inside, so you don't have to burn yourself. So there is a hook here, if you can see. So everything that created by Volvex with Thermomix is actually practical. There's a lot of practicality they put on it, okay? Now the dough is ready. While I'm talking to you, the dough is ready. So look at the dough is ready. It's nice and warm. I am going to just prepare this. I'm going to show you how to make your, okay, look, it just slides out, right? Right, so look at the dough. So I didn't, so I have my dough cutter here. When you become a Thermomix, you get incentive and then you get some dough cutter, right? So one of the incentive, therefore, so you are also welcome to become a Thermomix advisor like me. So your dough cutter is actually very, very useful. Just put it out like this. Okay. So I am going to just, okay, if you, I'm just going to use my dough cutter to take out everything. Right. So I am also going to turn this, okay? So take a bit of flour here. So if you can see here, take a bit of flour to separate them from the knife. It's very easy because it's knead nicely. Therefore, it will come off nicely also, okay? So in 4 minutes, you manage to achieve this stretchy dough, which I don't think you can do it with, even with a mixing, a mixer. Okay, so only Thermomix can achieve this, and you only need 2 minutes to knead your dough for your mantau. So I am going to use a toothpick. This is one of the tips, okay, to take out things, okay? Or you can just use your hand and be careful with the blade, okay? Just take the flour and they will separate. Right, I have a problem here. Don't you think so? Right, don't be scared. It's just a dough, okay? What I'm going to do now, I'm going to assemble them, okay? Look at this, okay? Maybe I use my spatula to scrub out all this, which is better. In the end, we still need our spatula because sayang, right? Now, so I'm going to put in this one back into the hole here. I'm going to assemble this again, just trying to minimize washing here. So because Thermomix have a pre-washing function, so you don't have to worry about washing your sticky dough, okay? So all you have to do is just put 1 liter of water, okay? 1 liter of water, because I still need my bowl for the next recipe. And then you put in your cover. I'm just gonna put a squid of detergent because I am going to wash up all. So you go to your mode pre-cleaning. I just go to dough. Okay. Meanwhile, while I'm doing the washing now, I can actually do my dough. So we are going to mix this. Just use the cookie cutter. Okay. Just put a little bit more flour. I'm just going to create a ball here. Okay. Look at my hand instead of me. Okay. Quick. how easy is that? I'm doing the dough and I'm doing the pre-washing. So just get your dough like this, flatten up a bit, and then cut them into half. So half again. So we probably can make few sausage today, sausage ball today. Will be too big, some of them. Okay, so I'm just going to put aside here. I'm going to put more flour here. So it's very easy to make a bun, okay? So if you think that you want to weight your dough, or function is not allowed, but it's okay. So I'm going to divide this, probably too big. I'm going to show you some, and then I'm going to pass. Okay. So I'm going to do a long roll like this. Okay. Okay, don't put too much flour like I did. I can't roll them now because too much flour. Okay, I'm going to re-roll them. So you can actually get your kids to do this with you. So you take one of the sausage and you just roll it, okay? It's easy, right? So just roll and roll. Roll. You get your sausage roll. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's done. And then we're gonna do few. Okay, I'm just gonna do one of them. Just put them a bit of a distance so that they can. So easy, right? I bet if you buy it outside, it will cost you a lot of money now. And you can make as much as you want at home. So if it's too much, you can just chop it off. Look at this beautiful dough that if you knead with your hand, it will take you forever to achieve this. Look at that. And it doesn't take long for you to roll this because it's actually very easy to work with. Okay? You can do it too. So you don't have to pat dry your sausage because we need the water to actually stick to the dough. So here you go. Right. wait, while we are talking here, our dough is ready. Okay, our cleaning up. So the cleaning up is ready. Now, let me tell you, everyone can bake because why? You can wait, you can mix, you can knead, and you can do all in one. You can do your mantau, you can do your banana cake, you can do your cheese roll, cheese ball. Have you tried to make cheese ball? So try it, because the moment you get your Thermomix, you try to make your cheese ball. I tell you, it will be your children's favorite. Children love cheese, okay, and they like something to, they like finger food. So mantau is one of my family favorite too. So if you prefer to make your own pan man, do it with your Thermomix. It's effortless to make pan man. You just roll it and you cut it yourself if you don't have a machine. Or you can even do the tier noodle. You can do your fish ball, your meatball, your wonton, you know. You don't have to go out and buy. And you don't have to do so many things. All you have to do is just put your onion, garlic, your chicken or your meat, and then just blend them. I actually make my meatball from Thermomix because it's 10 seconds and it's mixed, okay? So make your dough yourself. Today you make your own burger bun, make your own coney bun, okay? You can actually prepare your kids lunch box, okay? And if you are more adventurous, just do your egg tart, you know, our favorite egg tart, okay? Now I'm going to pass on to Jeanette. Jeanette going to show you something fast and furious. And yeah, Jeanette, let's continue. Let's spotlight Jeanette.
Hello, hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks, Rosalind. Can't wait to see how your buns turn out to be. Okay, so I'm gonna show all of you how powerful is our machine. Okay, so I'm gonna show, you know, just now Rosalind was saying the motor of the machine itself can actually rotate 40 rotation per minute up to 10,000 rotation per minute. Okay, so I'm gonna make a lemonade. Okay, so here I have some rock sugar, right? It's really hard. So let's call on to the weighing scale. All right, so I would need about 90 grams of the rock sugar. So when it appears, you just need to pair it. The accuracy of the weighing scale is up to 1 gram. So, but you can always pair it. Okay, so you can see clearer now. So I'll need approximately 90 grams. Okay, so it's up to you, know how much sugar you want. So when you have your Thermomix, you can always measure straight with the built-in weighing scale. So it's very easy, very simple. Okay, so 90 grams. So now I'm going to show you how powerful is this machine here. Okay, so we're going to use the turbo function. Okay, here, and just like the Ferrari engine, you know, that you see on the F1 circuit. So we need 2 seconds to turn this rock sugar into something that you say, wow. One more time. There you go. So you have a safety feature on this machine. After you turn on the turbo, when you want to off it, you have to press the home button. Okay. Now look at our rock sugar. It turns into icing sugar. Yeah, so this is very convenient. So some of you would like to, you know, do bakings, and sometimes you run out of icing sugar. So you can actually make your own icing sugar at home by using, you know, rock sugar. So now the next step that I'm going to do is just put in the lemons. I slice the lemon into 4, right, and put it in. Okay, and then add water. We will need approximately about 800 grams of water. All right, so just pour it in all the way. 800 grams. So, okay, here. And guess how much time we need to make a lemonade? Take a guess. How long do we need to make a lemonade? Type in the chat box. 1 minute, 2 minutes, or maybe if you squeeze with your hand, you need 5 minutes, right? So this is really super fast. Okay. How fast do we need to make the lemonade? It's actually just 2 seconds. So go back to the turbo mode and adjust it to 2 seconds and turn the dial to. Okay, your lemonade is ready now. Press the home button to unlock the locking arms, and your lemonade is ready. Isn't it really fast? Okay, so I have here is like simmering basket. You can also use this simmering basket as a strainer, or you can use this to cook your rice or steam your legumes in it. So just put the simmering basket in. Okay, lift it up. And I'm gonna pour you a glass of lemonade. So there you go, lemonade in 2 seconds. You can have it every morning after you wake up. You know, it's so easy to make and so simple. You can have it when your guest is visiting you. And look at the pops all inside. Yeah, it's because of the speed of the motor that goes so fast that it can make the juices out in just 2 seconds. So what I need to do, you know, just pour this away and rinse it. Okay, and look. You have all the pulps out from the lemons. Yeah, and no tiring hands squeezing lemons. Okay, so Eunice, can you help to share the slides? So very fast and easy, you know, all in one Thermomix. You can make your lemonade drinks in 2 seconds. You can make calamansi drinks in 2 seconds, right? Watermelon margarita. You can also make your own free coffee at home. It's very simple to make, very easy. All the kids will enjoy it. You can make fruit drinks, okay? Other than making drinks, what else can you do? You can actually make chicken stocks powder and grind your own cheese. So if you have cheese block, you don't need to use that grinder to grind it, right? You can also grind your own coffee beans. Because of the accuracy of the scale is built in, it's so simple, you know, you can actually do away with a weighing scale all in one. Just weigh in the machine and also mill it at the same time. Or you can blend it into the juice or turbo it into your lemon juice. Yeah, okay, so to the next slide. So what's so special about this Thermomix? We also have something that's called the cookie dough, all right? So if you look at this screen here, the middle screen is the home screen where you have the time, temperature, and the speed for you to control. So the screen on the left is actually the cookie dough. So cookie dough is a cooking recipe library worldwide. So you can actually find recipes from Italy, you know, Indonesia. You like Thai food, you can find Thai food recipes inside. So not only it is a cooking recipe library, it is also, I would say, it's like a chef or a guru to teach you how to cook. Yeah, because by using cookie dough, you have a step-by-step guidance on all the recipes that's needed to cook. You can see and choose your personal collections and favorites. So let's say today, if I want to cook chicken for lunch, I can actually set the filters and look for all the chicken recipes that I like. Maybe I want to cook something Italian, I can just select that. Besides that, you can also see in some of the recipes inside, it has the video. It gives you step-by-step guide on how to make your lasagna or how to stack your tiramisu. So, you know, those things I usually didn't do it when I don't have a Thermomix, but with that, I can do it at the comfort of my house. I don't need to attend a cooking class, you know. Sometimes you pay 2 to 3,000 ringgit just to learn 10 recipes. But I tell you, this cookie dough, we have more than 80,000 recipes in it, and it's keep adding around the world, all the recipes that we have. You can also customize your own recipes. So what it means is like, let's say if you have your grandma's best sambal recipe, you can customize in it, save it inside your machine, and when you want to use it, like 500 gram of chili, 200 gram of garlic, you will just pop up, and it's very simple. All right. On top of that, all the recipes that you have chosen, you can either choose it by using your handphone or your computer or your tablet or gadgets. So as long as you have the username and the password, anyone can log into it. And then all the personal collections that you have selected that you want to cook, you can actually set into a shopping list. Okay. So the shopping list, anyone who do the groceries can just take it off, or you can copy and paste into your WhatsApp. So from time to time, let's say if it's Halloween or Chinese New Year or Christmas, we have special articles from the cookie dough. It's like a magazine collection about cookings and chefs and food around the world. So these articles will give you ideas, what to cook if you're hosting a party or you are having guests over. Sometimes as simple as meal for 2 person, we do also have the recipes in the cookie dough for you to choose on. Yeah, and we have a weekly planner. So, because our hectic working life every day, so at the comfort of wherever you are, you can actually plan your meals, right? So, so for next week, Monday, I want to cook a chicken, I want to cook a veggie. You can choose in the cookie dough, save it into your weekly planner. So it will appear, and then it will also be in your planner and also into your shopping list if you select that. And yeah, as simple as that. So all your cooking hassles, how to cook, what to prepare is all covered up in cookie dough. Okay, next slide, please. So what else can you do, right? You can make a 100% natural, healthy, delightful meals, right? You can make your own peanut butter. You can make your own ice cream, 100% fresh fruit ice creams, yeah, in just 1 to 2 minutes making it. You can make your own sesame paste. So, sometimes when you tap out a lot outside, we are quite doubtful of the cleanliness, especially when we start to have kids. Then we think, we plan to cook more at home, but we run out of ideas. So with cookie doughs and with Thermomix, you will know what to prepare, how to do it, and have more ideas in cooking, right? Okay, move on. So Thermomix, all you ever need, right? So what's the hype about Thermomix is because it can really replace all the gadgets you have at home. It can replace a blender, right? It can replace a steamer because Thermomix itself could do a multi-layer cooking, right? It can also replace a grater to grate cheese, a dough maker, because just now you just saw Rosaline, right? She just knead her dough so easily, and her fingers are so clean, So some people used to knead dough and they get all their 10 fingers so soaked with flour. They have a egg cooker mode, right? What else you see here? Some of you might have more than 5 of these things at home, right? But if you need to use it every time, you need to bring it up from the storeroom, and then after that you need to wash and then keep it again. So over time, it's already in the storeroom. I don't feel like picking it out anymore. And if you want to make a bread or a cake, you will need the weighing scale, you need the dough mixer, and then you need maybe a proofing machine. Some of you might have it. So with a Thermomix, it always sits on your countertop because it will prepare your breakfast, lemonade, then it will prepare your buns, all right? And then for lunch, you can make a chow mein hoon, fried mee hoons, and fried rice. For dinners, you can cook fish and chickens. So this is very useful, right? Thermomix is always on the countertop, replace all these equipments, you don't need to worry about storage space. Yeah. Okay. So if you have any question, you can always type into the chat group, you know, what else can the Thermomix do, or what's the promotion now, right? So I'm going to pass on to Rosaline because she's going to cook another dish. Yeah, all right. And then after this, I'm going to show you how to fry aubergine. Okay. Back to you, Rosaline.
Thank you. That was fast and easy. I definitely need that lemonade now. Okay. Right. So if you were following me, I'm actually just now I wash it with the pre-wash mode. So now I can actually release it. Okay, I will release it. And this is the water, and I'm going to just throw it in my sink. I'm actually just next to my sink. How convenient. Actually, I really need just a little space on my kitchen. All I need is my Thermomix and a bit of stove, oven, and air fryer. That's it. So look at that. How clean is that? So I am going to continue the next dish I have. Okay, let me turn off my thing here. It makes a lot of noise. Now we have peace and quiet here. So the next dish is actually, we just passed through our Muharram, and I actually have, you know, sometimes we have cooking show, we're looking at what is on during that time. So we actually have a request to make a bubur asyura utara, which I think is perfect when you use your Thermomix because it needs a lot of stirring. So now without further ado, let me start and tell you that how clean the bowl is after pre-washing. Okay, so I didn't do much yet. Okay, I'm just gonna put some water. So I actually use, okay, and then a bit more water because I am going to use the varoma to cook this. So bubur asyura utara is actually sweeter. Okay, and then it's a sweet version of bubur asyura. There's some bubur asyura is a bit, it's a bit, what do I say, savory. So that depends where it comes from. I'm doing the north one. Kedah usually have this. So they actually need some red beans. So I'll soak this overnight. It's only 50 grams of red bean and you soak them, okay? I'm just going to put here into my simmering basket. So this going to be inside the water. Okay. I'm going to do layer cooking. Okay. Just put inside the water here. And I'm going to cover it in order for me to use the varoma. Okay, what else we have to steam? Okay, I have to steam some chickpea. Okay, we have some chickpea here. I'm contemplating red bean or chickpea, but okay, let's put the chickpea here. Okay, so we're gonna steam this, and then I will soak green bean. It's also 50 gram of green bean. Mung bean, just scattered them around like this. So make sure there is some space for the what to come in, yeah, the steam to come in. Okay, halfway through, I will put in my sweet potato. But now let's start. I need 20 minutes to steam this. A good 20 minutes on varoma, okay? And I am just going to do number 2. Just leave it like this. So when it's 10 minutes, I will actually put in my sweet potato, okay? So just now, if you see that my sausages bun is actually, I put it in the warmest place of my my place so that it will raise faster. Okay, now let's continue. So low temperature is actually healthy cooking. So how do we know how many degrees is the fire and how many, what is low fire? What is the temperature of a low fire? What is the temperature of a high fire? What is the temperature of a small fire? So with Thermomix, you can actually control this, okay? So you see, I'm using Varoma here. So Varoma is actually over 120 degrees and it's super, super hot because we need the steam to cook our food. Okay, so low temperature cooking ensure retention of food nutrient. Okay, and kitchen free from harmful cooking food. So whenever you cook, you will heat up your oil, and I'm sure you're using healthy oil. And for those who are not, please start using healthy oil and make sure you use it at the right temperature, because if you overcook your oil, you will see smoke in your kitchen. Do you experience this smoke on your kitchen? Everywhere in your kitchen, and then you put your garlic in and the garlic just burn, right? Have you ever been through this? So you're actually intoxicating yourself in your very own kitchen while you're preparing food for your family or yourself, and you are actually harming yourself, which is not good, okay? So with low temperature, you can actually control everything. With Thermomix, it's covered, and you will still smell the aroma of the food, but you will not burn your oil, which is very, very important, okay? You can also, in the process of when you process your food with high temperature, like caramelize and browning, okay, there is a guided cooking recipe in the Thermomix. So you don't have to worry about overburn your caramel, okay? You cannot do your sugar stage, okay? So what oil do you normally use at home? Maybe you can put in the chat room, because to use a good oil is very important. And then if you overheat it, it's not very good. Okay, let me repeat this because I'm sure many of us don't realize this. You know, you've been cooking for many, many years. You don't realize that you're actually harming yourself in the kitchen. Okay, right. Later on, Janet will show you how to cook your vegetable properly with the suitable temperature, okay? So higher temperature, you can actually do so many things. As you can see in the chart here, you can cook your vegetables only at 120 degrees. You can do your high temperature with your kamhyong, or you want to fry your garlic. Okay, you can actually also do your dodol, your wajik, okay? So it's actually help you at the same time when you're cooking with Thermomix, you actually close the lid and the Thermomix will help you to stir your food. So you don't have to worry about burning your food, or the food makes some caramelize at the bottom, and at the end it resulted burn also, okay? And because it have the function of reverse, so it won't chop your vegetables, okay? So it's self-cooking and self-stirring. That's Thermomix for you. Now let's continue the next slide. So all you ever need is your Thermomix. It's perfect temperature. Let me repeat, it's perfect temperature. 37, okay, to warm your baby food or to raise the yeast that I did just now. To dissolve the yeast, you can melt your chocolate at 50. You can dissolve your gelatin, which is very, very difficult. I find it if you don't get the right temperature. At 70 to 60, you can actually reheat your food. You don't actually need to reheat your food at 100 degrees because it will actually overcook, overcook your food. So you can also make your favorite kaya at 90 degrees. So you can't do that over the stove. Okay, you won't know what is the temperature that used on the stove. But with Thermomix, you can actually control 90 degrees when it comes to milk, when it comes to curd, 98 degrees, sorry. Then you will not overflow the milk, and also you will not burn the sugar and the egg, okay? You will never curd them badly. So saute at 120. You can use the kettle mode to boil your water, 100 degrees. If you want to do your coffee and tea, you can also do your teh tarik in here. Just put everything in. They're even tarik for you, and you get your foamy teh tarik, okay? So you can also use your burma, which is what I'm doing now. It's a layer cooking. I'm steaming the mung bean and also the chickpea and also boiling the red bean. So higher temperature only accessed with the guided cooking recipe. Okay, and also sugar stage is actually all auto set. Okay. Right, now let's continue. Your fast and delicious, easy and healthy meal in 4-layer cooking. So it is important that we are talking about Thermomix. It's actually saves a lot of time, save a lot of money. Okay, I know you will say that it's expensive piece of appliances, but trust me, over time you will come back to me and say it's actually very useful. Because just for example, if you buy a blender in the market, it will cost you around 5,000, a very good blender that can blend your juice. But there's only one thing I'm concerned about it, is that it can only blend your food, blend your juice, okay? It can't help you to stir to cook, it cannot help you to steam, and it cannot save your time, right? With Thermomix, you can actually do 4-layer cooking. So you can steam fish, you can steam meat, you can steam chicken, you can steam egg or vegetables on the second layer. And then you can actually boil your potato or rice or pasta in the basket or inside the mixing bowl. And you can actually make your soup or dessert at the same time. So you won't have spend a lot of time in cooking. So perfect texture every time. So you can have a good pumpkin soup. So the way cookie doughs did is that we will actually boil a pumpkin inside, and then you can immediately blend them and you can immediately enjoy your soup, warm soup, hot soup. In another way that I used to do is that I boil a pumpkin and I wait for it to cool down, then I can blend it, and then I will heat it up. So there are many steps and many appliances to wash. So you can see, you can easily do the same thing with your baby food. You can do your jams, okay? You don't have to stir, you can just leave it, put everything, sugar, strawberry, for example, and you can just leave it. You can make your dessert. There's a lot of recipe. There's a lot of nice recipe, nice dessert, pastry that you can, cakes that you can make. You don't have to think it's difficult because Thermomix do it all for you. All you have to do is put in the ingredient and just follow the instruction. Okay, we have a question here. Contamination of food, you mean like, I don't know, unfortunately no, because we are using steam. So I actually steam the fish and vegetable like in the picture, and pumpkin at the same time. Or if you see any of the video about pumpkin, we steam the pumpkin with, we steam the manta with the pumpkin soup cooking below. Essentially, it will not affect, because it's only the steam that cooking the food, not the smell. So if the liquid didn't touch the food, it should be okay. But there's no contamination of a dough. Okay, right. Let's continue. Don't forget that Thermomix also you can actually do your own yogurt. So you can pulverize your food, is easy, absorb, and good for digestion, to be honest. Right, time is precious. With Thermomix, you gain time. I know, right? So as I mentioned just now, 2-layer, 3-layer, 4-layer, okay? I'm actually come back most of the time 7:30 at night, and I have to make food for my kids. So I will not tapao, because I know in 20 minutes I can bring a meal to the table. So what I do beforehand, I marinate the chicken, but there were times I also didn't marinate the chicken. Okay, I just made chicken rice, which is everyone's favorite. I even have a soup from it. Okay, so I put the rice in the simmering basket, and the waters here. So the thick water, it become my children's soup. So what I did, I just put some vegetables, or I will just leave it that way, okay? Because I have 2 fussy eater at home. So just put the chicken here, and then I actually steam some hard egg. So I have a hard-boiled egg instead of a chawanmushi because I don't have time to do it. And that 20 minutes, just pop everything. Like now I can talk to you while I am cooking, and I am actually hand-free, do almost nothing, okay? And then I'll just go and take a shower, make sure they put the thing in the laundry, we all have a shower. And when Thermomix call, we are ready for dinner. So this is what I normally do whenever I need, whenever I use my Thermomix to feed my children, because it is important not to tap out too much, and they're growing up kids, or even for adults, you have to start taking care of yourself, okay? And food is actually one of our medicine in life, okay? So you don't have to eat the real pill, but at the moment you start eating the good food. Right, I said I'm going to put in my sweet potato. Let me open up this one. It's hot, so be careful. So always open it this way so you will not burn yourself. Get my spatula. Where is my spatula? Just going to give some space for my sweet potato. So sweet potato, they eat in my sweet potato. Okay. A bit late to do that. Let's put up a bit more speed so that there's more steam coming up. So I'm going to turn this around so that it will not hit my kitchen here, the steam. So you can actually speed up a bit so that it will cook my sweet potato faster. Okay, let's continue the next slide. Okay, so we have all the layer cooking and everything. So, okay, so ask yourself, how long does it take for you to cook your food? And ask yourself also how long you want to spend your time in the kitchen, because we are spending a lot of time washing than cooking. So preparing food, it doesn't take long, but to be able to give our children, our family the best food, we need to find a way. I find Thermomix is my answer. Now I am going to continue the floor to Janet, I guess. And then I will be back because I'm still need 6 minutes to do this, or shall I continue? Or maybe I could. Yeah,
I'm gonna fry a veggie now.
You're gonna fry veggie now?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
Or do you want?
My bun still need time to raise, and I still have 5 minutes here.
Okay. I can
continue.
Cook a veggie in 5 minutes, then you can show us your bun.
Yeah, okay, sure. See you later.
Okay, so thank you for sharing. Yeah, it's really time saving, and then you can do multi-layer cooking. You can cook 2 dishes at the same time. And I'm going to show you how to prepare a veggie dish, right, in just less than 10 minutes. It's very simple. It's faster than you putting your wok on your stove. Okay, so I have with me here 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to show you some magic. That is to remove the garlic skin without, having your hands smelling garlicky. So I put that 2 cloves of garlic inside. Okay. There's a 3 dal here. You just need to select 5 seconds. Reverse plate, speed 5. Okay, the skin is removed. Isn't it fast? You don't need to take your knife to, Okay, so you can see that the garlic skin is removed. So what you need to do, just use a chopstick, right? So simple, use a chopstick, remove the garlic skin. Okay, remove the garlic skin, and then use the spatula, scrape it all down. So I'm gonna cook sambal spicy 4-angled beans today, right? And I'm adding 2 shallots. So, put it in and chop it to the texture that you want. Yeah. So when you hear the music, it means that it's ready and you can open the cover. So you can see it's all chopped. So you don't need a chopper. You don't need a separate wok. It's very simple, easy, hands-free. If you are rushing out to work or you are rushing out somewhere and you want to prepare a quick meal for your family or your kids, you can always do this. Right, so I cook all my veggies using Thermomix because of the perfect temperature mode. So now just need to add in some oil. Yeah, call on to the scale, and we only need 10 grams of oil to saute our garlic and onion. So it's so simple. 10 grams. Okay, so with Thermomix, because of its perfect temperature, with minimal oil, you can saute your garlics and cook your food, and that's no saving. And also not recommended to eat so much oil, right? So to saute your garlic is 3 minutes. (120°), right? And then stirring mode. So now 3 minutes, the garlic is inside, and we are sauteing the garlic and the onion. So it's so simple as that. And look, this is the garlic skin, right? So you don't need to have that machine to do the removal of the garlic. Okay, so meantime, while we are waiting, right, if you look at your screen now, these are the different modes that's available, right, inside the cookie dough. So just now I shared, inside the Thermomix. So just now I shared about cookie dough, which is on the left side on the screen. The middle screen is the home screen. The right side are actually all the functions and the modes. All right, the modes is actually updating from time to time. And the latest mode we have is the peeler mode, right? You can actually put in all your legumes, potatoes, sweet potatoes, your ginger. You can just remove all the skin without you holding a peeler. Isn't that amazing? So we have also the fermentation mode. If some of you like yogurt, right? You can actually ferment your own yogurt, have it for your breakfast. There's a slow cook mode, perfect to cook your rendang, your meat, some of the meat dishes. We also have the sous-vide mode. So any of you like lamb, beef, not only that, actually like chicken tenders, chicken breast, right? It got very soft and juicy when you cook it using the sous-vide mode. So this sous-vide mode actually means, cooking on a long duration, right? Using a low temperature. So that is how the juice is retained in the meat that you're cooking, right? And with the herbs, it makes it really fragrant. So not only that, we also have the warm up mode, right? If you have kids at home, you want to warm up puree, you want to warm up some food that you cook, you can always put them into your Thermomix and warm up to the temperature that you want. So this is really amazing, when we cook on the stove, when the temperature, we have no idea, right? Sometimes we overcook our food, or the food that is cooked on the wok is very uneven. Some of it, it turns yellow very quickly and the other side is not cooked. But in a Thermomix, it's always even and to the temperature that you want. So besides that, we also have something called the rice cooker mode. You just need to put your rice and ingredient inside and you can cook a really nice clay pot rice, right? Not using a clay pot, but Thermomix. Nasi biryani, right? nasi lemak. If you are also a egg lover, the kopitiam egg lover, we have an egg boiler mode in this function here. So you can select the texture of the egg, on your preference. If you like soft boiled eggs or hard boiled eggs for nasi lemak, you will always get the perfect texture using the egg boiler mode. Okay, let me just continue cooking before explaining further. All right. So wow, I can smell the garlic and the onion, right? It's really very fragrant. So what I need to do is just add in the 4-angle bean. Add in the 4-angle bean and a tablespoon of the sambal, which I've prepared. Right, just add it in. Home button, set it to 4 minutes. And I'll go with 3.5 first, okay? And then 120 degree, reverse plate and stirring. So basically, if you cook veggies that is harder in texture, like 4-angled beans, broccoli, or carrots, which is in larger shape, right? You cook it about 4 minutes. If you are cooking leaf veggies, for example, spinach, choy sum, romaine lettuce, you just cook it for 3 minutes and you have a very juicy and crunchy texture of the veggie. And the thing is that at the perfect temperature that you're cooking your veggie, the nutrients and the juiciness is always retained in the veggie. At times where, currently some of you are cooking using the wok, right? You cook your veggie. Sometimes you cook your veggie, the moisture or the liquid all dry up very quickly and you need to add water. So you add water and then you need to wait for the water to boil and then end up some veggies actually turn yellow. And at the temperature of the stove, sometimes it's actually too hot for the veggie. And all the nutrients, the organic veggies that you buy are supposed to nourish yourself and your family, but all of it is gone. So very sayang. Right. So I also believe some of you are using olive oils to cook your veggie, because it's much healthier. But if we char it on the wok, the olive oil actually turns carcinogenic and is cancer causing. So only at the right temperature, it could retain all the nutrients and bring out the very fragrant of your cooking. So if you have not, tried on the Thermomix, so get one, and then when you start cooking, you will love your Thermomix. Okay, so let's continue on the mode while we wait for the veggie to cook in 4 minutes. So what else do we have? After I cook my veggie, if I make my rice, nasi biryani, you'll be very happy because in this Thermomix, we have something called the pre-clean mode, right? So pre-clean mode is very easy to use. You just need to pour the water in and probably put 2 drops of liquid your dishwasher in, and it will help you to clean your Thermomix, right? And in this pre-clean mode, you have the function, right? You can choose for cleaning for dough. Sometimes you knead the dough and it gets sticky. You can choose the dough, or browning. If you use sugar stages to make lollipop, you can also clean very thoroughly for your Thermomix. So just imagine it's easy hands-free cooking, and then it's also hands-free washing. You don't need to use a brush or scrubs to scrub your pots and pans. All in one. Now I'm cooking my veggie. I'm actually chatting with all of you. So if all of you have any questions, or what are the things that you want to know about the Thermomix, please feel free to just key into the chat box, or you can ask your advisor, who invited you today. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the last one. The last mode here that it says is actually the sweet mode. You can see 55 temperature, 60 degrees Celsius and 85 degrees Celsius is actually to make it very juicy, very tender, and very soft. Okay, let's show you again all the modes which is here. Egg boiler mode. You can also have kettle mode. Yeah, kettle mode to boil your boil water to the temperature that you want. You know, if you are a tea lover or a coffee lover, there's actually a temperature to bring out the fragrance of all these out. Okay, now my veggie is done while I'm chatting with all of you. Wow. Look. So easy, simple, 4 minutes. So I always, cook veggie using the Thermomix because, I can attend to my kids. I can prepare my other ingredients while I'm chatting. Okay, while I pour this out, I'm going to pass it back to Rosalie. Okay, then she's going to show us the next things that she's preparing.
Yeah, hi, I'm back. Oh, wow, look at the vegetables.
Yes,
And your kitchen is so clean, right?
yes.
When you're a Thermomix user, we don't have a defrost function, but you can always do ahead of time to do defrost, right? So I got my bun. As you can see, it's already raised and shine. I did some of it already. So just put your egg, wash your egg. Okay, I think I used too much egg. Or you can even just put the oil, okay? And we put some sesame seed. Right, I preheated my oven at 180. So this is a good snack for your kids. Okay, right, just put inside the oven, okay? And you bake it for 10 to 15 minutes, okay? I'm just going to do this, just set the time. Right, remember I was steaming the vegetable, I was steaming the bean and everything, so it's actually ready, okay? So we are actually just half of the recipe. So to make this bubur asyura is actually very, very tedious. So many things have to do in advance. So, okay, I just want to show you the mung bean is split and it's cooked 20 minutes. The sweet potato is also cooked. So our varoma is working so well here. I'm just going to transfer this to the plate. Okay. Guess what? Instead of boiling your chickpea, you can just steam them. I've been steaming my chickpea for the longest time since I have a Thermomix, and it come out really, really sweet. Okay, so there's no contamination of dough here. Okay, and then I have so what do I have? My red bean. So red bean is one of the things that really, really takes time to cook. Well, I try my best. Okay, I'm going to actually take the cover. So this is how you do it. Okay, you just hook it up. So just be careful not to burn. So the red bean is cooked. Okay. So it's really can squeeze. That means the red bean is cooked. Okay. Okay, I can't stop eating them. So you can just do this now. Okay, I saw you guys have some question there, but let me move on with this, and then I will come to you shortly. Okay, we're gonna throw this water because I can't. The recipe we need to use cold water to do this. So this is a bubur. It needs a lot of stirring. Okay, I am going to pour in some water. Okay, so we're going to weigh 750 grams of water. Oh. So if you make a mistake, you can just press the button. Okay. So 750, it sounds like a lot, right? Yeah, so because we are going to make a bubur. Okay. So you see, you can just weigh it on the spot. Okay, that's sufficient. And then it says that tepung beras. So we have a tepung beras. So I am just going to use 180 grams of tepung beras. Just put everything in. Already pre-measured. And I'm also going to put brown sugar. Okay. So brown sugar, I need around, okay, 1 cup. So that's around 180 as well. And 10 grams of corn flour. Okay. And of course, don't forget the santan. So we need around 200 grams of santan. So if you have less, it's okay. It's okay. Just, oh, it's just nice. Okay. Now I am going to mix this one first. Just close it. It's actually, I actually adopt this recipe because it's not in cookie dough, but I adopt it from the web page. Okay, we just need 10 seconds to mix this. So I put it into Thermomix. So you can always have your own recipe, and then you can actually convert it into Thermomix. So I'm gonna use number 3. Just gonna check if everything go through, because we don't want there's a lump. Usually if you mix with your hand, you will get this lump, okay? Now I'm going to put the pandan. Let me check if I forgot something. Yes, I think I forgot to put some salt. Okay, I need half a teaspoon of salt. Look, I am so lazy to take the teaspoon. I'm just going to mix with my this. So I need 5. Yeah, it looks like a lot, but it's actually not a lot. So I still have a bit of lumpy thing there. Maybe I should mix it even harder. So I just come up with this mixing thing now. I'm going to mix until 5. So it's really mixing. So how can you mix something in 5 seconds? Only Thermomix can do it, okay? Now, we are going to start cooking this liquid. So I'm just going to put my pandan. It's going to cook through. So we need good 12 minutes to cook this. Oops. Sometimes we're moving too fast, and you don't be afraid. It's just a Thermomix, okay? And we put temperature at boiling point, which is 100. And I'm going to put reverse because I am not going to chop my pandan. Remember, we have a pandan in there. So we need to keep it stirring. I'm going to keep stirring quite fast, maybe 2.5, okay? So it will start cooking, okay, while it's actually cooking, and then thicken the whole thing. So normally you have to use your hand to stir them, but with this bubur asyura is so perfect. You cook in Thermomix because you don't have to stir them. I saw some of the video, you really have to stir whole thing. So when when it's cooked, the liquid is thickened and cooked, we're gonna add on all of this, and that will do for our bubur asyura. So, but meanwhile, I'm going to talk to you about, okay, let me put on my chair. Okay, so we need another good 5 minutes. Just now I didn't cook properly. So the bun is actually raising up. Okay, so after all what you see today, so do you have any imagination? When you get your Thermomix, what are the first dish you're going to make? So for me, my first dish, other than unboxing, I make oilless chicken wing, okay, which I do with my advisor. So we all have that unboxing moment with us. And after that, I actually make my own dish. The first one was because my chair, you get your Thermomix, the first thing you do is actually cook your favorite dish. So as you know, we all are fan of Thermomix. That's why we are here, right? So we love and enjoy our Thermomix daily. So if you want to say something for me, like, can I take away your Thermomix, Rosalind? And I will be a bit like, no way, okay? Because I need Thermomix all the time to blend, to cook, to steam, and to actually mix and to make my yogurt, to do my sous vide, because my family loves to eat meat, so we need to do a lot of sous vide most of the time. And then, yeah, it's very important for me to have Thermomix in my life, because we will not, I will not do well after this if I don't have my Thermomix. And everyone, I think you should get your own Thermomix, because why? Without the Thermomix, you know, we are busy people, we are practical people, and Thermomix is actually created because for us, for our kitchen, for us to eat well, for us to save time when it comes to cooking. So I think everyone should get yourself a Thermomix and start cooking the way Thermomix do. Okay, so it's for the whole family, 3 times a day or 4 or 5 times. You use it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even dessert. And if you also like to venture into business, so you can actually, like for me, I'm a baker. I also use Thermomix to make my curd, to make my meringue. It's actually helping me doing things faster. While I'm doing my lemon curd, I can actually do my pastry. I don't have to worry about spending too much time stirring, standing my lemon curd, and then after that, and spend hours standing in the kitchen. Okay, so you use your Thermomix 365 a day, entire family can enjoy your healthy meal every day. I'm talking about healthy meal every day, and it's the best investment for everyone's health. So get one for yourself, get one for your mom, get one for your friend, maybe, and also get one for your children. Okay, you want them to continue cooking good food, especially when they go to university, they will be by themselves. To buy food outside is actually expensive, and not to mention in different currency, okay? Now, so get one for yourself. Now, Thermomix is only 6,988. Before the price increase, just get your Thermomix. You don't want when the price increase and then you have these words in your mind, I should have get it when they asked me to do. Now the price is already go up. So don't regret on that, okay? So you can get your Thermomix with all our payment plan. So now we have even new payment plan. We have you can actually get a Thermomix in 6 ringgit 50 cents a day when you have a Bank Islam credit card. Okay, so maybe Eunice can show us what is the offer now. Right, so don't delay, get your Thermomix now, okay, while stock lasts, okay? Don't wait until 31st August because we don't know. The promise is that when the stock still the old stock, you will still enjoy the 6,988. Once the new stock coming, okay, you will not enjoy the same price. Okay, for now, for this period, if you purchase full price, you pay online, you will get the you will get a bag. So if you go staycation, you can bring your Thermomix with you. You will also get a book, a cookbook. A cookbook is important because, okay, there are other recipe that not in Cookidoo you can get from there. And it's always nice to collect a cookbook. So when you purchase, you will get the basic cookbook. There's already a lot of recipe in there. But then when you get this nice cookbook, because this cookbook is really good, especially for us, okay, where there's a lot of grain that you can think of how to cook healthily, or if you have any diet intolerance, okay, or if you pay full payment with your credit card, you will get a thermal server, a 1.1, is it? Yeah, so 1.1. So thermal server is really good because you can put your food here, warm or cold, and you can keep their temperature. So it's thermal. It's like a thermos. It will save your temperature. So if you put your rice here, it will get it will be warming for keep warm for a few hours for you. And if you put your ice cream, you also you get one. I tried before when I was doing a show that it's actually I forgot to put in the freezer. I just put it on the countertop, and by the time when I'm showing to the viewer, oh, I was amazed that the ice cream still really cold and it's not melting a lot. Okay, so when you host, okay, this is one thing that you should remember to do is that, okay, just now you get book and a small thermal server, 1.1 liter, and it's worth 400 ringgit already, okay? And if you host, okay, after you purchase your Thermomix, don't forget to host, because as a host, you will get your host gifts. Invite 3 to 6 people to your to a cooking experience like today, or even one-to-one, and you get a thermal server. This is a bigger one. Imagine you pair full and you get both after you host. That would be complete, right? Okay, one for the dish and one for the rice, or one for the soup and one for the rice, okay? So don't forget the offer now. It's only lasts until 11 September, okay? Now let's continue. My bun is really doing well in the, I think it's time for me to take them out. Let me get something. Okay, before that, let me go through more. Okay, so when you purchase your Thermomix, it doesn't end just hosting. It's actually, we get the free delivery nationwide. Okay, you will get the VIP cooking class invitation from Alpha Branch. You have online recipe community. You have free unboxing service. You have personal advisor support. So you have someone to call and ask, what happened to my Thermomix? It doesn't work, or something like that. Or what should I do? If you're not sure of anything, you can always ask us, okay? And we also have our service center in Kota Damansara and some part of the Malaysia, Sabah Sarawak, okay? So you will get the special a good service from the service staff, and then you will get the 2 years warranty when you purchase your Thermomix. And beside that, if you want to get more warranty, more VIP treatment, join in our VIP program, okay, after you purchase your Thermomix. So you get a lot of discount to buy all the goodies, all the aroma, all the, you also actually will get free gifts once you join. So please ask your advisor that invite you here. I will not explain further about it. Let me take out my, okay, I'm going to be taking out my bun. It's hot and it smells so good. I'm going to rest for a few minutes before I reveal it to you. Okay, so bring home and enjoy. You will actually also entitled for free trial cookie dough and for a month, and 6 month free cookie dough. So who gonna give you all this, the excess of 83,000 recipe? Okay, now let's move on. So Thermomix is all you ever need, okay, from breakfast to lunch. Okay, you can look at the slide now. You can make your yogurt, your smoothies. If you're on special diet, you can actually do it, okay? Look at all the dishes. You can make your own bread from now on. You can make your kueh. You can make your kampion. You can make your stir fry without make your kitchen dirty, okay? So bring home your Thermomix today, order your Thermomix today. Tell your advisor you would like to order your Thermomix and ask all the special payment plan, okay? So I got a lot of inquiry going on. And look, first of all, let's remember that eating together, okay? And mother can cook and work at cultivating good eating habit in a child. And auto cooking, auto washing, beautiful kitchen and investing a good health, it's really, really worthwhile. Now, my bubur already thickened. As you can see, it's thickened here. Okay, so the next thing I will do, quickly do, is actually take out the pandan leaf. But I can't find the pandan leaf at the moment, but never mind. You can always just put it in. So put in all this. So for those who like to try this, it's actually very filling dessert, food that you eat during our Muharram, our New Year. So also I'm going to add in some corn to make the color vibrant. Okay. Now, do I have to stir this? No, I'm going to just leave Thermomix do this for me, okay? Usually you have to stir with your hand. Okay. So I got my this. So it's complaining. Okay, I'm going to mix it for a good 30 seconds without temperature, reverse, and we're gonna mix it, okay? I'm gonna see if it's worked. Okay, that's a good mix. Okay, I am going to take so I forgot to prepare this. Right, I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so you are going to see this, okay, because it's a very deep, so I'm just going to, okay, so it's mixed. I'm just going to make sure nothing stay here. So bubur asyura is ready. So I'm just going to pour. Okay, so you just have to pour in here, okay, and then enjoy it with your family. So you can see it's a very thick dessert that if you do this by hand, it will actually, you will grow a muscle to do this, but with the Thermomix, you don't have to. So I found my pandan leaf. Okay, just gonna pour this one out. Can see that afterwards, I don't have a problem to clean this up too. I can just do pre-washing mode. Look at that. So this is like our, in Chinese, we call it the yam thing, right? The yam. Okay, so this is done. I am just going to add some water later on. Okay, I'm just going to show you all the outcome of today. So Janet already showed you. So if you carry your baby like this, carry your Thermomix. I am going to show you the bun that we got today. Okay, so here you go. Look at that. So how easy is that? Okay. So when you purchase your Thermomix, try and do, and please message me for the recipe, and I will actually send it to you. Okay. So the bun is ready. It cooks perfectly. It's hot, and I'll show you. And we have our bubur is ready as well. So it looks like this, but later I will post a nice photo for you to see. So I hope you will enjoy this. Don't forget to get your Thermomix today, right? Okay, you can cook from breakfast to lunch to dinner, and then just think who else needs the Thermomix. A chef needs the Thermomix, a professional needs a Thermomix, and people who have health conscious need the Thermomix, and cooking enthusiastic, okay? Even the award-winning chef also need the Thermomix, and you can also propose to become your wedding gift, your anniversary gift, your housewarming gift, your birthday, and your employee rewards. And also, why not? Some lucky draw will be great, right? And also, friends who can cook, please invite them for the next cooking show so that we can share that actually this can solve their problem, okay? Whoever have a medical reason, you also can actually propose them. So, yeah. So other than that, you can also join us as a team, become an advisor, and then you can share with others, okay? Okay. So become an advisor today. Tell me how, or tell me how. Tell the advisor who invites you, ask her also how to become an advisor and join the team today. So now, who want to have a Thermomix? Okay, I already have a Thermomix. I think I would like to have another one if I can, okay? And if you want a Thermomix, just scan through the QR code, okay? Over here, maybe Eunice can show later, okay? Or you can just ask the advisor how to order, and they will send you the golden link, and the golden link will help you to own your Thermomix. Now I'm going to say thank you very much for staying with us so long today. It's the longest cooking show, but we are making a really good food for our children, our family, and I hope you enjoyed the show. There you go. That's Janet's dish for angle bean, and I think that's also the orange, the lemon juice, the lemonade. Right, Janet, thank you very much for staying with us. And I hope to see you again and host, and hope to see you as an advisor, hope to see you as a user, and have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Bye for now.